Well, if you're familiar with the channel, I did a huge review on Alfa Western Wear. I did about 3 different boots in that video, and then I did a review of the company overall. In this video, I'm just covering these boots and these boots alone. I will obviously go over my experiences with them for these boots and a little bit of that, but it's not going to be a long 30+ minute review. So these are the brown color, and so we're going to do an unboxing real quick, and as I do that, I'm actually going to talk about the unboxing as well. I'm not going to speed through it, so come along with me. First and foremost, as I'm lifting up this box, this is a decent box. You can see here it's actually got something to grab onto. It's kind of like the Boot Barn box that I had for the Cody James. I'm saying that because the other boxes that I've unboxed in the older models of Alfa Western Wear felt really cheap, like it'll fall apart in transit. So you can see here, the shaft shapers are legit. They're actually a pretty good rigidity. It's got their name on it. So this is already a step up from what they once were. I'm sure if you're watching this review and you're familiar or you were looking for Alfa Western Wear, then you've probably seen some of the older reviews where it was like a KFC bucket. That's not the case anymore. Take a look at that. As I open them up, there is a strong smell of leather. And look at that, listen to this. And I'm probably sure you're not familiar with seeing prints sound like that. Usually a print, when you hear the name print, it is what it is. It is a print of a boot. So it is a print of an exotic skin. So if it's a python print, it was like stamped or embossed onto the cowhide leather. But as you can see here, they're getting much more innovative. This is not an authentic python skin, but you can hear that. You can see that. And I'll give you the close-ups, and I will give you the close-ups, and you'll be able to see, but the texture, the detail, the attention to detail in this python print is actually really, 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 really impressive. So as I said, they got their own shaft shapers, very nice. They have the bags that are very, very nice. So the overall, because in the other video that you saw, I unboxed about 3 of them and I just kind of ran through it. But in overall, I purchased with returns and whatnot, I've had in my hands, I should say, about 4 to 5 different pairs. Well, there was 3 in those, 4 in that last video. This is 5. So 5 different pairs of Alfa Western Wear's own boots. These, my friends, are the matte brown python boots from Alfa Western Wear. And in comparison to the other boots in the video that I shot earlier on my channel, this one is nice. I mean, take a look at this thing. And then you can see also in the close-ups just how nice this boot really is. It is very high quality. As you already heard, that sounds legit. That sounds legit. You could see these close-ups. You could see just how good this is. It's no longer just an embossed, stamped print boot anymore. They're actually putting a lot of attention to detail. And I think that's exactly why, that coupled with the fact that they are using, I believe, higher quality leathers in their boots, that they're charging more money, like $150 instead of, you know, there's reviews, and there's also like, there are different types of reviews, both good and bad, of their boots being like $60 and $70. And I've seen them both good and bad. And good because they're like, yeah, they're really great boots. They're all made out of leather and they're only $60. And then there's other people who are like, yeah, they're only $60. You get what you pay for, and they're garbage. And yeah, they might be made out of leather, blah, blah, blah. What I'm saying here is, I have a pair of those older ones, and it's those full quill ostriches. I don't think they're that old, but they had the older box. And then when I lifted them up, when you carry them around, they're lighter. They're much more lightweight. And then I started to break them in and wear them more often, and I realized that the sole was very flimsy. And I'm saying that because I'm a very heavy dude. I'm 6'2", 275 pounds. And I'm noticing my weight on these boots, especially in the kitchen where sometimes, you know, the leather can interact with the linoleum that might be on the kitchen floor. And they were starting to bend. Like the leather was literally starting to bend, which is not good because then it could eventually, you know, start to separate. And I didn't like that. This is a whole nother quality of boot. This is a whole nother quality of leather. This is thicker, tougher, heavier. Even those full quill ostriches are full leather, inside and out. It was just different. I would say a different quality of leather. A little bit lighter, a little bit cheaper, still full leather. This feels like any other boot that I've purchased from any other manufacturer, reputable manufacturer, by the way. The shaft leather here is nice, soft, and supple. The inside leather is nice and smooth, so you can slip your feet in and out. Inside of the vamp, everything is leather. Even the insole is leather. And so I've got my hands on these things. I've tried them on, and you'll see on the on-foot portion, they feel good. They look good. My main goal on this whole channel and why I started it up was to review things that were not really out there when it came to Western wear and specifically boots, cowboy boots. I wanted to find reviews for things that I really didn't find out there. So IUV was one, Temu boots was another one. So I made a Temu review. I made an IUV review, and then Alfa. Now Alfa does have some reviews out there, but not too many, very, very little. And just like anybody else, you want to hear it out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, just like scripture says, but you wanted to hear it out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses to say, hey, these are good or these are horrible. And I've heard almost equally. There's a bunch of bad about it and there's a bunch of good about it. Like, hey, I got these really great boots for really, really cheap. And then when it comes to Alfa, they've been evolving over the last 2 years, just getting better and better. And as I'm seeing them, I'm just like, man. So I wanted to give them a fair shake by reviewing their boots on my channel. And I really, like I said, I was very interested. I really like their boots. So I was like, I want to buy some for me, and then I can review them on the channel and give them that fair shake and give them that review that I didn't see here on YouTube. So I'm saying all that to say this. There's a reason why they have somewhat of a bad reputation when it comes to their profile online. I talked about this in my other review, and I go into it a little more deeper, but they don't have a good reputation online as far as a business. When it comes to Google, they have a 2.9 star rating. When it comes to the Better Business Bureau, they have a D+. So they've been receiving a lot of complaints. And even as you look at the different reviews that are here on YouTube, as well as some of the comments here and there, whether it's on TikTok or Instagram or whatnot. And even to give you an update in my situation, the black pythons that I originally ordered, which were in stock when I ordered them, and then they called me and told me later that they weren't in stock, and then they didn't give me the $50 coupon that they told me they were going to give me, which update, after I did order these boots and after I kind of gave up on it, they did finally give me the coupon code. So they did follow up there. And so this is why I have such a mixed review of Alfa Western Wear, because I don't think that they're malicious. In other words, they're dropping the ball with their customers, and so their customers, if they get a good boot like I just got, right? If this was my only interaction with Alfa Western Wear, then I would have been like, they're absolutely great. Go out and get yourself a pair of these boots, right? But I've had other interactions where it didn't work out and the boots didn't fit, so I had to send them back on my own dime. So it's $20 when I order them from the website, then $20 when I send them back. And then instead of sending me the design that I asked for, and I put a little piece of paper and say, send me this design, please, they give you a coupon code that you can now use on the website for the $150 that you spent on your boots. So now when you order it, you're gonna order again and you must pay the $20 shipping fee again. So unlike companies like Tecovas or Quero or Ruho Boots, which were direct-to-consumer companies, where they would give you a return label inside of the box so that if you did not like it, if it was the wrong size or whatever, you could just return it to them, no cost to you, and you can either get your exchange for a different size or you can get your refund. But at Alfa Western Wear, They're not ready for that. So for me to purchase a pair of boots, then say they didn't fit, they were too wide, I like to get another one. I had to pay $20 to get it to me, pay $20 to get it back to them, and then pay $20 again to get it back to myself. Because you have to purchase with them, or otherwise your $150 just goes away, which nobody's gonna do that. So I have to use that $150. They do not offer refunds. They do not offer refunds. So this is the big deal about Alfa Western Wear, and this is why you must hear it. This is a huge buyer beware. Do I think you should get a pair of these boots if you've been wanting some prints? Yeah, I do think you should get these boots. I do think that they are fantastic. But when it comes to ordering from their website, it's like rolling the dice. Good luck. Hopefully you get your size, hopefully it fits you, because I think you're gonna be happy. These are really good boots. They look good, they smell good, they feel good. But if they don't, then you might have a problem. All that being said, buy at your own risk. Now let's go look at the on-foot portion. Okay, this is the on-foot portion of the Alfa Western Wear matte brown python boot. Right off the bat, you can kind of see from this profile that this boot actually has the scales a little bit more finer, plucked, I guess. Because this one, when it's traveling in the box, they're actually a little bit flatter, more ironed out. And I'm guessing that's from the pressing, just it's sitting in the box. And perhaps maybe this was a display model, I don't know. But I figure it'll work itself out over time. Not too big of an issue. I think there's some pretty good looking boots. What I like about these boots in particular, especially in comparison to the matte black pythons that I reviewed in the other Alfa Western video that I have on my channel, is that you look at the front square toe portion of it. They have a slight taper toward the front of the toe. What I don't like is a full, wide, extra wide square toe. And I believe that's exactly what the matte black ones had. I really like the darker brown sole and heel combination with this boot. It just looks better altogether. Just looks way better than what I was originally thinking of purchasing. Especially when I was thinking about getting the black ones with the natural brown leather sole. And when I ended up purchasing these ones, I changed my mind on the black ones. And luckily, when they received my return, instead of just switching them out for another color, what they do is they just give you a coupon code so that you can just go back on the website and get something else. And so I ended up getting something else. And that is my review of the Alfa Western Wear Python print, matte in the brown color with the dark soles, because they have a few of these different combinations, but this is by far my favorite, and I really like the way these look. And I'm gonna be wearing these out a lot. And I will see you on the next one.